The wise wanderer. We love this saying, I'm not sure who originally said it, I'm sorry, but we love this saying, not all who wander are lost. And I do think that that is true because there are so many journeys that we can take. We can take journey by sea, by air. We can journey in our minds. We can journey with plants. We can journey just by walking outside and walking down the street a bit. And I think that it is important for us to wander from time to time, as long as all the wandering that we do brings us home to ourselves. There's a really big difference between wandering from a wisdom perspective, wandering to become more fully human, wandering to become that much more present, and wandering from a place of consumption, from a place of greed, from a place of low self-worth and never really feeling like we are enough. Do the practices we have, the spiritual practices that we have, do the practices that we have, even if they do take us to really far out places, help us to realize our humanity, help us to become that much more present with our children, with our families, with our plants and our beautiful animals. This is an important question to ask ourselves, because if you're wandering just because you feel like you need to go and trip out in the 10th dimension and meet all the different celestial beings, not that there's anything wrong with that once in a while, but there's a lot of it happening now. And if you're doing that because it's hard for you to be human, if you're doing that because you're lonely, if you're doing that because you're trying to escape pain, then I don't know that this is necessarily wise wandering. I hope that the different plants we work with and the different experiences that we have do help us to eventually come into a place of wisdom. But honestly, from my perspective and what I've seen within the spiritual realm for over 20 years and working in this way for over 20 years, I have to say I see a lot of escapism, and I see a lot of like spiritual bypassing and just like healer ego energy when it comes to the energy of wandering. I think when we get called to travel to a sacred land or a sacred place, we have to really check if that is meant for us to actually physically go to, or if we're meant to travel there psychically and energetically. And I really want to bring forward that it is so possible to travel psychically to just about anywhere. You know, the idea, the concepts of time and space, they're something that we hang on to, our past and our present, the here and the there. There's something that we hang on to and we abide by and we subscribe to. But there's also the presence that exists within everything that we are always connected to, we are always a part of. And in that place of presence, there's no limitation on the space that we're in. There's no limitation on the time that we're in. And so the potential to travel from a psychic perspective becomes that much stronger. But again, the traveling that we do, like for example, if you are traveling even in your mind, even in your own memory, back to your past, is what you are discovering back there in your past a way for you to stay wrapped up in victim consciousness and to continue to hang on to past experiences and relive past experiences to confirm that victim consciousness? Or are you going back in the past and going back into your memory so you can understand why you are repeating a certain habit or a pattern here and now in the present? And perhaps through presence alone, in a way, we're able to drop the reaction to our past and just be in full experience of all that is here and now, and trusting that the memories, experiences, visions that we are meant to have will come to us when they are meant for us. We show up and we meet the divine, God, goddess, whatever you want to call it, halfway by allowing ourselves to experience that presence. And then we get shown where we're meant to go and what we're meant to do. So I want to invite you to maybe allow yourself to dream and journey and vision, but consider what places do you repeat going to again and again, be it in your mind, be it in the earth, that have long since served their purpose? And what plants are you working with again and again, and journeying with again and again, hoping that they will make you that much more aware, that have told you everything that they need to tell you? Consider travel in any regard as a way to humble yourself. Really ask yourself if the travel that you are embarking on is because you are seeking power or because you are seeking love. So wander wisely and be blessed.